Hello and welcome to 7 stories in 7 minutes, but with a rather royal flavour. So we're going to be sticking with the royal family for this 7/7, and it gets a bit hot towards the end, so stick with me, and I mean that too. I'm a bit shocked. Anyway, let's start off with a story that broke overnight, which is Andrew Mountbatten Windsor has been now summoned by the US Congress. And I just wonder how much of a landslide of scandal will it take before you break somebody, because this is like crazy, don't you think? But there have been double standards, and let's not forget his ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson, because this is one of the double standards I'm talking about. So Duchess of York wanted cash for Prince Andrew access, and she's been absolutely slated in the media for that. Big time. And I think, as vile as they both clearly are, I think they're being scapegoated as well. And I also think that people in glass houses really shouldn't throw stones. Should they, King Charles? Let's look at the next story, story 2, with, do you know this gentleman, Ben Elliot? This was the Tory chairman. Ben Elliot sold access to his uncle, Prince Charles. Now I can tell you quite a bit about Ben Elliot, perhaps not today, I'll leave that for another one, but basically this is Queen, in inverted commas, Camilla's sister, Annabel Elliot, her son Ben Elliot. Very important young man, educated at Eton along with Zach Goldsmith and Tom Parker Bowles, Camilla's son. Cosy, eh? But let's look in a bit of detail at Ben Elliot. So you can see there that he's a British businessman, entrepreneur and philanthropist, and just happens to be the son of the Queen's sister. And he's had lots of businesses, Hawthorne Advisors and concierge service called Quintessentially. Apparently he could arrange anything for anyone. I'll leave that bit there. Anyway, he served as Conservative Party chairman between 2019 and 2022, and he was also into food waste. Oh, and there's a charity he's associated with as well. A lot to be said about Sir Ben Elliot, because of course he's been knighted, but I mean, he sold access to his uncle, so double standards, I think, there. And then story 3. I'm quite surprised, actually, that Andrew took on the name Mountbatten. So here we are. What does it mean to be plain old Andrew Mountbatten Windsor? And my purpose really for showing that is to take you to the next slide, which will show you that the story of Lord Mountbatten, allegations of paedophilia, allegations of abuse. So why would you take the name Mountbatten? I'm just saying, because, you know, it would appear from where I'm sat that the royal family seem to be surrounded by paedophiles, and I want to highlight another one that has kept his title and seems to go completely unnoticed. So whilst we're stripping Prince Andrew of his titles and we're stripping other people of their titles, how about this gentleman, Sir Lawrence van der Post? Now, I've talked about Sir Lawrence van der Post loads of times. He is Prince William's godfather, but also he was King Charles, or the then Prince Charles's closest mentor. So Prince Charles had 2 close mentors, Lord Mountbatten, alleged paedophile. Andrew Lowney is pretty convinced that he is, and has come out and said that, I should add. And then we've got Sir Lawrence van der Post, paedophile, because Sir Lawrence van der Post impregnated a 14-year-old girl. And it all exploded kind of after he died, but he's still got his knighthood. So double standards, don't you think, King Charles? Just saying, why would you surround yourself with paedophiles? But here's a picture of Sir Lawrence van der Post, just so that you can see the gentleman in question, and you can see he's still wearing all of his honours. And let's go on to story 4, because this is in the Mirror, or was in the Mirror, and it was alleged that Jimmy Savile was going to be Harry's godfather. So we were going to get Sir Lawrence van der Post, paedophile, for Prince William, and Jimmy Savile for Prince Harry. Don't you think that's extraordinary? And it's extraordinary double standards. So let's go on to Prince William, because, I mean, Prince William has been very responsible for the stripping of the titles, etc. But Prince William appears to me to be very ruthless, and I mean ruthless. He's not really very spiritual. And he doesn't really support the Church of England. I think he's had a few problems with the Church of England. So his father's, in inverted commas, faith and wanting to be defender of all faiths, Muslim, Jewish. Did you know that King Charles was circumcised by a rabbi when he was a baby? Just throwing that in. But anyway, Prince William has been told that if he doesn't want to be head of the Church of England, he should abdicate, because he doesn't appear to have a spiritual bone in his body. But we reported on him in standing in front of Christ the Redeemer statue in Brazil, right? It's all a bit weird, don't you think? And Prince William, this is where I say people in glass houses really shouldn't throw stones. It's a bit hot now. Let's go to story 6, which is that Queen Camilla met with Rose Hanbury following Prince William's affair. Now, of course, this is an alleged affair, and both of them have come out and strongly denied it. So I will say that. However, it just leaves no smoke without fire. Are you ready for this next one? Because I was a bit shocked. Because I hang my washing out with pegs, right? And my son told me something, and I didn't understand. And he said to me, "Mum, you have to go and look it up." So I did. Have a look at this. A royal rumour might be inspiring straight men to get pegged. And that's beautiful. Look it up. I can't say what it is, but just look it up. People in glass houses really shouldn't throw stones, or perhaps pegs. And I'm going to end on story 7, which is slightly more light-hearted. But did you know the royal family have to get weighed before Christmas dinner and after to make sure that they've enjoyed it? And you can understand perhaps why the Princess of Wales, Diana, was very reluctant to do that. But if you eat a lot, you've had a good time, right? So weigh in, weigh out. Tell me what you think in the comments. It's a bit hot to handle here, but whatever you do, don't forget, keep smiling.